What is it like to be almost on the verge of death? For a long time, I know it seems like a silly question, but it just seems pointless to actually go through it and life for a brief moment to know what it would be like to almost fly. You know, these things are impossible. I found out weeks after I was in the hospital. It was then that I found out little details about my being in the hospital, that what the doctors actually did to me while I was in there and unconscious. Whether or not they were helping me or hurting me, I wouldn't have known. I was unconscious. They put a piece of metal in my chest to stop potential future blood clots from traveling to my heart or lungs or brain. I don't know if I'll need one of those pieces of metal in my body for the rest of my life, but as far as I know, I can't get it out. And it would have been nice if someone informed me of this after it was done, after they'd already done this to me. There can be all sorts of things done to you when you're at a weak moment. Those things being done, they could have an effect on you, good or bad. X-rays were taken of me. A ventilator was on me for 6 days. All I knew at the time was that most of my rights were being taken away from me. And I don't have my car, and I couldn't live in my home. I mean, what if one day something went wrong in your body while you were laying in bed to take a nap and your heart just stopped beating? What would happen to you in your life if your heart just went out and then something just happened and almost suddenly, what if it's like your life was just slipping away? Well, don't use that example, but maybe if you think about it, what would it be like to vanish? What would happen to you if something shocking just sort of happened to you? And you made it out just fine, but people were worrying about you, and they thought that you might not make it, and that you have to think that you may be going alone, and they'd have to come to terms with that because you might be actually gone. Well, what would happen then? Would you clean up your room? Would you stop making all the frivolous purchases on things you don't really need? Would you try to be nicer? It answers so many questions when you suddenly have to think of things that way.